I would invite all of us right now to offer our blessings to my beautiful husband, because Sri Ram Kaa is standing right here, right now, in the middle of one of the greatest miracles on the planet. And the fact that we cannot have yet to, and I know it's imminent, have the type of worldwide release this deserves. This is the first pyramid constructed 100% without ulterior motive. Our only intention, and I'm going to let this beautiful man share more, was to call a radiance of neutrality, to put peace into the frequency in a world that is getting the vibration of fear literally tapped out all the time. And you know the story of when Sri and I discovered and where we were. In this moment, feel the peace, feel the love, feel the joy.
Let me step down.
All right, so here's what's going to happen. My husband's going to share a little bit about this extraordinary miracle, because this is, and we have others here today to share with you, this miracle was built without electricity. It unified 3 tribes that so-called hated each other and stands right now as a frequency generator. So Sri, I'm going to step aside because they need to see, and he's going to talk to you about what's going on in the middle here. All right. Now we need to go to cue Jamie.
Okay. Well, first let me share a couple things that are alive in my consciousness to share, and then we're going to step up and look inside this amazing pyramid. But the first thing I want to say to all of you that was coming forward, as Master Lady Kira Ra was sharing such profound wisdom and inviting us to remember who we truly are, what I would like to add to that message is a reminder. Consciousness has no limit. We choose to organize our consciousness around something. And so that around something, it could be we organize it around our body, our ego, our personality, and we then say that is me, as opposed to organizing our consciousness around our soul's wisdom, our higher self, or the divine. We have a choice at every moment, and sometimes it takes a little practice because we've been in the habit of the habit. And the habit of the habit keeps life very predictable, and it perpetuates pain. That leads me to the next thing I want to share, which is a segue to understanding this pyramid. Every emotional experience, every human experience has a frequency. And so the most coarse frequencies, the most animalistic, basic frequencies include fear and anger, include desire and competition. Those are those basic frequencies that are vibrating in the low 200s on David Hawkins' scale. It's only when we get up to touch love, peace, gratitude, that we're moving into the rarefied frequencies that open the doors of miracles. When we are vibrating in peace and in fear and competition, we set up the polarization, because fear, competition, jealousy, greed are all subject-object. They need a player, just like the victim needs an abuser and a rescuer. And so it perpetuates the polarity. Now that's a great place to start. We all start there. That's how we learn, is through experience. We learn through discernment. But consider a moment when Master Lady Kira Ra was inviting you to smile. Why? Because the smile opens up the receptivity to gratitude, to love. And even if you have to fake it a little bit, to fake the smile, you're opening yourself up to finding the joy in whatever is present. And that leads us to the peace, which is the foundation of beingness. This pyramid, as Kira Ra shared, was built without any metal. Was built using natural elements. We have bamboo structure, that's kind of the bones of the pyramid, and we have the walls are made from mud. So we have both the sun and the earth, and we have the male and the female. Now what happens in this particular ratio of the pyramid together with the inner pyramid as a smaller resonator, the vibrational signal that is going out into the world from this pyramid is presently vibrating at 623 on Hawkins scale. We're going to be able to amp that up a little further with some changes inside. But anything above 600 is the radiation of the peace that passeth all understanding. Therein is the blessing for all beings to find their way home to health and happiness. The peace that passeth all understanding. And this is a conscious participation with the natural energies of sacred geometry and the way this world resonates. It is simply a revelation of what is, not a construct of it or imposing anything. We are gathering and focusing the energy that is available to you as you are in your natural state. So what we have here is this beautiful nogal tree that we planted on New Year's Eve, and we're honoring that and keeping it in the pyramid to stimulate its growth and its flourishing. And in the center of the pyramid, we have the Chicana. This is a indigenous symbol, the Chicana, the wood frame. And in the very center of that wood frame is a smaller pyramid. And I think you can see on screen right now that that smaller pyramid is made of glass, and it is surrounded by flowers. Now the aspect ratio of that glass pyramid is exactly the same as the inner pyramids. And Jamie, let's go.
Well, Sri, let's talk about the symbol.
Sure.
Because it's all about the evasive symbol.
The evasive symbol is, I don't know if you could get that on the camera. Let's see if you can get it. If you look into the glass pyramid, you will see a mandala, a symbol on the bottom of the pyramid. It's etched in gold. And we can show that to you later on screen. Almost got it. It's a little difficult right there. But the evasive symbol is the symbol of perfect balance of the heart of the ascended being. And now, this camera is going to go up, and you can get an idea of the geometry of the pyramid. Everywhere in this pyramid, you see the replication of triangles. You see the replication of the square and the triangle working in harmony. Let me stand back. I see that. Am I in the picture?
You're good, yeah.
Okay, and it goes all the way up for 72 feet. This pyramid is 7 stories tall. And that is the minimum height required to radiate outside of just the local neighborhood. And of course we can go higher one of these days, but we wanted to share this with you. And we are standing in an inner pyramid also made of bamboo. And out front is, you got Kira there? And there you go. And we'll go ahead and get this one out of the way. And we have our beautiful entrance to the pyramid. And go ahead and share the valley with people there.
Hey everybody, as we're moving outside here, I was outside, I was told, it's interesting while she was talking, the sun just went behind a cloud, but I hope you can see that out in the mountain there, it literally has the word love in it. And you see the L right there on the left of the camera, and then right next to the L, there's actually a heart. And really quite extraordinary that when you're here at Tosa Blue Mountain, whether you know love as an English word or you just know love as a heart, they're both taken care of. And Jamie, if you wouldn't mind, I'd love them to see why I've been out here. I've been sitting on our beautiful handmade bench by Senior Tigre, but this is Maria. And you can see we also have her in front of a peace pole, or the peace pole's in front of her. And I'm really enjoying as you stand here. There's Kyla. Kyla could probably say hi. She's been out here helping me. You can see the geometry of the pyramid. And you know, the reason we're talking about this is today is all about that. Jamie, we're going to go inside. So I'm going to head back in, and certainly we can change.
And okay, Lars asks,
hey Lars,
would love to know what is the angular degree of the pyramid that it has. Is it like the Nubian pyramid of 72 degrees?
this is the man to answer right here.
And I'm going to give you 2 answers. The first answer is stay tuned for the book.
He's almost done, and this
working-
book you need to read.
Because there's more than that. Now, I will say, yes, you're accurate. The first golden pyramid that I built was 72 degrees at the base, 36 degrees at the tip.
This was the one
And
on
this is
UFO
based-
hunters that was at our house
Yeah.
in Albuquerque.
And we built several of those in different properties. It has a wonderful energy. But just like tuning an instrument, when you begin to go 76 degrees brings out an optimal flow, and there's actually a little decimal point after that, but you read the book, you'll see it. So we've gone a little further to get the optimum resonance, and part of that is the magic of the pyramid within the pyramid. So this is the geometry that was made famous by Alexander Golig in Russia, the Russian pyramids, and we've just taken it one step further. I think it's at that magnificent place where it's just right.